Sagittarius, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Sagittarius Tarot reading video. If this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your life, your finances, or your relationships, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of the Sagittarius readings I post for you every week. Now let's get on with the Sagittarius reading for today, because today we're going to take a look at what's blocking you and how to fix it. So what's blocking you, what's holding you back, what's weighing you down, what's messing with your inner balance and your outer harmony. It's what's got your mind in a spot where it's not at ease and not at peace like it should be. We're going to take a look at all that stuff, and then we're going to get you some advice on what to do to fix it, to move past all that stuff so you can move forward in success and happiness. Now, this is a timeless reading, which means there are no dates on this reading. I did that on purpose because I'm just trusting in the universe to, whenever you're supposed to find this message, whenever you listen to it and it resonates for you, well, that's when it was your message and that's when it was meant for you. Now, keep in mind, though, that this is a general reading, and it's not even possible for it to resonate with every single Sagittarius person on the entire planet all at the same time. So regardless of how this reading resonates for you right now, you still probably want to check your moon sign and your rising sign videos, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's going on in your particular situation, and you can find the links to those videos in the description box down below. Now, enough yakking, let's get on with the Sagittarius reading for today, and I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, and this is going to give us kind of like an overhead view of what's going on for you, what your blockages might be, any areas of your life that might be impacting. So let's get 3 cards for Sagittarius. Give us an overhead view about their blockages, what's going on in their life now, what's coming into their life, anything Sagittarius might need to know so they can move forward in success and happiness. Let's get 3 cards. Whoa, hey, not half the stack. Okay, we'll take that one. Let's get 2 more for Sagittarius, please. What is going on with Sagittarius regarding their blockages? Anything that might be messing with their inner balance, their inner peace, their outer harmony. That one? Okay, we'll take it. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of your reading is grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. So that's telling you to go inside yourself. Make sure you're grounded. See what's going on internally for yourself, which is about ready to do that right now here. Now, the first card you have is choosing your path. All is possible. So you have some sort of decision to make, some sort of path you want to go down. Maybe you believe it's not possible. Well, it is possible. Now we have transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Yeah, you're about to pick a new path. That's what's going on. You're about to pick a new path on something in your life, and it's getting ready to emerge and show itself to you. I'm having the feeling that you might not believe it's possible, but it is possible. Next we have finding sanctuary. Opening to your spiritual source. So that's kind of a general overview. These cards usually come into play as we get a little bit farther along in the reading. So we're going to go a little bit more specific right now in terms of your blockages, what might be holding you back, weighing you down, stopping you from getting where you want to go. So let's get some info on Sagittarius's blockages here. What's going on with Sagittarius? What's weighing them down? What's holding them back? Anything Sagittarius needs to be aware of, have their attention brought to, so they can get past this stuff and move forward in success and happiness. All right, let's get 2 more, please. Let's get 2 more. All right, that one is screaming at me, and we'll take it. Let's get 1 more for Sagittarius, please. What's weighing Sagittarius down? What's holding them back? It's messing with their inner peace, their inner harmony, their outer harmony. It's got Sagittarius's mind all worked up so it's not at ease and at peace like it needs to be. Let's get 1 more. This is a relatively new deck. It's not quite acclimated to the way I do things. I don't manually select cards out because I believe that's my energy and not yours, and I'm trying to get your energy. So let's get one more card for Sagittarius. I think after a few weeks, these cards will get the hang of how I do things, and they'll start doing like all my other decks do. So let's get one more. Oh, it's that one. I see. Let's see what we have. On the bottom of the deck, we have number 44, the Lantern. Consciousness is light. And we got this card, Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. That's pretty much what this card's about. This card also reminds me a lot of the Hermit card in Tarot. We've got two lanterns right here. Consciousness is light. So the Hermit card is about shining your lantern, your inner light, onto something deep down inside yourself. Maybe something in your shadow, maybe something that you've repressed, something that is affecting your life. It's about going internal to look at that stuff, to shine your inner light on it so that you can figure out what to do moving forward. Now, for your blockages, we have card 19, Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. So you have some sort of blockage around responsibility or accountability, either to yourself or other people. Card 39, Perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. So this is telling me that your mind might not be as calm as it needs to be here, which could be why when you're choosing your path, all is possible. If you need to be reminded of that, that's telling me that you don't feel like everything is possible that really is. And then we have card 26, Forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. So we've got a couple of cards here talking about your light. Right here, right here, and right here. Actually, we've got three. Right under this Lantern card. This is the Lantern Oracle, so this is one of the main cards in that deck. We have card 16, Melting Mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. So we've got a card here about accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Many roles shining through. Under that, we have radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. Okay. So, we're going to clarify all of this with the Light Seers Tarot deck. So tell me more about this accountability card. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Why is that card here for Sagittarius, please? Okay, we'll take an extra one. I'm cool with that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, but it's also a card of self-love. It's a card of being happy, being emotionally content, emotionally balanced, emotionally stable in and of yourself. Not needing someone else to get your own love, not needing someone else to get your happiness, not getting any of that stuff from an external source, but getting all of that stuff from inside yourself. Now, to clarify accountability, responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. We have strength. We have the Nine of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, by the way. We have Temperance, which is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. So you're showing up in your own reading twice right off the bat here. And we have Seven of Pentacles. So this Leo card, Strength. This is about you having the inner strength to get through difficult situations. You have the inner courage to face your fears. You have all of these things. Now, this is telling me that you've been through some sort of a difficult situation. Otherwise, why would you need to be tapping into your inner strength, summoning your inner courage to face your fears? Now, this can also be an energy of taming the beast within. If you notice, the woman here is half woman and half lion, and she's got a baby lamb laying next to her. It requires a tremendous amount of self-control for this lady to not let the lion out and eat the baby lamb. So this is about like reining yourself in, controlling yourself, controlling your emotions, not letting your emotions get the best of you, not letting that that inner beast, so to speak, take control and mess things up. Next we have the Nine of Wands. This is a card of being walled off and defensive, but it's also a card of healing. So like I said, I feel like you've been through something difficult here. This is healing from that. This is the Wounded Warrior card. This is about being hurt, and that's the reason for the wall. You've built the wall around yourself as a way to protect yourself so you don't continue to get hurt. It's also a wall you've built so that you don't get hurt because you're trying to heal. You're trying to get your energy right so that you can move forward and take the next step in your journey. We've got choosing the path here. We've got a fresh new way of living emerges here. Opening yourself to your spiritual source. If you're walled off and defensive, you're blocking yourself from your spiritual source. Consciousness is the light. If you're blocking yourself, you're not letting the light in. Now, I don't know exactly what the wall is that you've built around yourself, but I'm having a feeling it relates to this melting mask card. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you feel. It's like you've got some mask that you've placed on yourself, and I'm being called back to this card again, reminiscent of a mask here, this half lion face. Radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. So, if other people are perceiving you as walled off and defensive, then that must mean you perceive yourself as walled off and defensive. You perceive yourself as being hurt. Next we have Temperance. Now this is an energy of assimilating changes. It's about blending things together after some sort of difficult situation, some changes that have occurred. This is Sagittarius energy. It's an energy of being very patient about something. It's about blending two things together little bits at a time, not being in a big hurry about it, being able to take a step back and look at the big picture of what's really going on here before you can come back in and blend a little bit more together, make some fine-tuning type adjustments. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Now this is an energy of taking a pause, taking a period of time to look at the situation, to reflect on something, trying to decide if these seeds that you've planted are actually going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that you really want, the stability, the abundance in your life that you really want. Is this worth investing in? Is it worth continuing to invest in? Or is this a spot where maybe it's not going to pan out the way you want it to, and it's time to cut your losses and move on? So this is you going through a period of time to reflect on that. And look, a fresh new way of living emerges. Grounding. Look, he's planted seeds in the ground, and it's starting to emerge now. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. I'm not 100% sure how that relates here, but hopefully it makes sense to you. It doesn't need to make sense to me. It needs to resonate with you. Now, the next blockage that we've got here is perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. There's something that you've blocked yourself off from. You don't do that when you have a calm and clear mind. So there's something that you need to see differently about. There's some sort of changes that have taken place that you're trying to integrate these changes into your life. We've got the transformation card right here. There's been some sort of transformation. You've got a fresh new start on something. You have a new path appearing to you. And I'm thinking that you might not believe it's actually possible to go down that path and get what you want. And this card is telling me you need to look at that from a different perspective. Your mind is going in overdrive too much. That's what I'm feeling. Let's clarify this perspective card, please. Tell me more about perspective. Why is perspective here for Sagittarius, please? I feel like you do have a lot on your mind. These cards are separating out on me really bad. Wow. Okay, this one must be an important card. I typically get 3 to clarify these, and we're up quite a few past 3. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Now, swords are about thoughts. Swords are about communications. I'm feeling thoughts on this one, though. You can see this lady is a student. She's got the book here. She's got all the light bulbs here, like the ideas popping off. This is about you having a lot of thoughts, walking a really thin tightrope right here. Choosing your path all as possible. Maybe the path that's emerging for you feels impossible because it's such a skinny little tightrope, but you have the knowledge to get through this. You just have to look at it from the right angle, the right perspective here. Yeah, it's related to your wish fulfillment. It's related to your self-love, you getting your happiness internally instead of from some external source. Yeah, and I feel like you have some sort of illusion around that. This Eight of Swords is like I said, you have a lot on your mind here. A calm, clear mind is free to see differently. This is not a calm, clear mind. This Eight of Swords is being stuck in your head about something. It's grinding on something, on this repeating loop in your head where you can't shut it down. You can't get your brain to shut up. It's an illusion, though. Like, if you look at the card, this is the real lady, and she's looking into this mirror or this tub of water or whatever it is, and she's seeing herself completely differently than what she really is. It's like it's a mask. It's a fake version of herself. And this third card down, radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. Well, look at how she's perceiving herself. She's perceiving herself that her hands are bound together. She can't move her hands. She's tied up. She can't get away. She's blindfolded. She can't see. There's the lantern. That's what's going to light the way. That's going to let her see. This card is talking about seeing. He's got binoculars in this card. A calm, clear mind is free to see differently. Your mind is not calm and clear when you're in the Eight of Swords. It's a clustered mess. And she sees, like, she's blindfolded. All these crows are pecking at her face. Now, this card is an illusion. It's a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts. So whatever is going on with all of this is not real. It's an illusion. It's something to do with your thinking about your wish fulfillment or your self-love or your own internal happiness. I'm feeling like you believe that comes from outside of you when it really comes inside. It comes from inside. Let me try and get these in the order they came out. Good Lord, you have a lot on your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards here to clarify this perspective. A calm, clear mind is free to see differently. You have 8 cards here. That's not calm and clear. We got Judgment. We got the Lovers. We got the Devil in reverse. Now, normally I don't read reversals. This one jumped out in the reverse. When I went to turn it over, it felt like I'm not supposed to turn it over. It feels like it's supposed to be that way, so I'm going to read it to you that way. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Six of Swords. The Six of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups. Now, I'm noticing in this row of cards here, we've got 2 sixes in a row, and we have the Major Arcana Lovers card, which is card 6 of the Major Arcana. So we have 3 sixes right here. Judgment. Now this is like answering your higher calling. This can also be you making some sort of a decision, you passing your own final verdict and judgment on something, making some finalized decision. This is a card of like answering your higher calling. On the typical Rider-Waite tarot card, it's an angel playing on a horn and the dead are rising up out of their graves. So this is a higher calling. This is like you realizing what your true purpose is. I think if you get new perspective on something, you're being called to do something. You have some sort of a path to choose. You're going through a transformation, finding sanctuary, opening to your spirit source. Look what's happening to her. She's opening her arms up and her spirit is coming up. She's answering her higher calling. Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. I'm feeling like you're being called to do something, possibly to help other people, and I think that you're walled off from it. Like I'm feeling like you don't believe you have the inner strength and the courage to be able to do it, but you do. Grounding, go deep and explore your roots. You have everything you need. You can blend this stuff together. Whatever it is that you're walled off from, whatever changes, transformation you went through, you're being asked to do something more here. The Lovers. Now, this isn't a love reading, so this doesn't have the typical meaning. This is some sort of a soul connection, definitely. You're being asked to open to your spirit source, answer your higher calling. There's her spirit, her soul right there. This is some sort of connection, some sort of a choice that you need to make regarding that. This is about connection to other people. It's about realizing that this isn't just about yourself, that you have this accountability and responsibility to help other people too. And it's time for you to make some sort of a choice on that. And I feel like the way you're looking at it currently is kind of blocking that. It's kind of walled you off from that. And we've got the Devil in reverse here. Now, typically the Devil is a heavy energy. It's a toxic energy. It's like this feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like you can't escape. Again, this is an illusion too, but we have it in the reverse. So this is a good energy being in reverse. This is like whatever it was that had you walled off and defensive, whatever had you feeling like she's not protecting herself with that wall. She's just caged herself in is all. So this is you freeing yourself from that prison, that trap, that cage, that Eight of Swords, that mental prison of your own thoughts that you've created. This is you becoming free from that. You making some sort of a choice to answer your higher calling and free yourself from that negative, toxic energy that's keeping you stuck. And it looks like you're going to do it fast when you finally see it the right way. Excuse me, the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. It's about rushing forward and speaking the truth. It's about rushing forward, taking rapid, decisive action on something. The Knight of Swords knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, like choosing your path, all is possible. I get the feeling like you don't believe it's possible. Almost like you feel like you're not quite good enough, like you're not sure if you can do this, if you're not sure if you know what you're doing or not, but you do. He knows what he's doing, and he doesn't mess around. He comes in and he takes care of business. Next, we have the Magician. This is a very powerful energy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards right here. 5 if you count the Temperance card in the row above this. So we got a lot of major arcanas out here. This is very significant energy. You open yourself to spirit source, answer your higher calling, the universe, spirit, however you want to label that. The Magician it represents your conscious mind. It represents manifesting something. Using your conscious mind to decide what it is you want to manifest, and then planting that seed within the universe. I mean, you can see that's what he's manifesting things. This water has turned into the universe, and he's swirling it all around. You have all the tools, all the abilities, all the resources, all the skills. You have everything you need to create whatever it is you want out of your life. This is you actively taking action on that, manifesting what you want, planting those seeds in the universe. This is about you using your mind to project out into the universe what it is your will desires and having that be created for you. Next, we have the Six of Swords. This is moving forward into calmer waters. This is leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind you. Whatever it is that got you walled off, whatever it is that got you thinking that this isn't possible, it is possible. This is you leaving all that stuff in the past and moving forward into calmer waters, into waters that are more clear, where you have more clarity about things, where you're actually moving forward toward what you want. You're manifesting what you want. You're moving forward rapidly toward what you want. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, even if it feels like you're trapped behind this wall that you've built, the Devil's in reverse. You're not trapped. The illusion that we saw with this isn't real. Now next we have the Six of Cups. I have a strong feeling that whatever it is that got you walled off here, that made you feel this devil energy that you're coming out of now, whatever had you feeling trapped here, hands are bound, your eyes are forcibly shut, you can't see what you're doing. Whatever's created all that is something from your past. You need to get a different perspective on that. You need to look at it in a different way. There's a lot of thoughts here. It's 7 or 8 cards here. Your mind isn't calm. And until you calm it down, you can't see it right. So this is something from your past that has messed with you in some way. It was a difficult situation. Whatever it was, it required strength and courage to get through. And you have that strength and you have that courage. Walled you off though. Made you confused. This is options and choices, but confusion about those options and choices. There's a lot of different cups here. A lot of stuff under these cups. A lot of emotions were at play in this. And this is you trying to make some sort of a decision, but you don't want to make a mistake. And it's got you confused about the options here. That's another meaning for this Eight of Swords. It's like you don't want to make a mistake. You're not sure what the safe step to take is though, which is what has you feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked. It's what's causing you to grind on this repeating loop in your mind. It's what's created that self-imposed mental prison for you. It's this confusion. You have some sort of a choice to make, possibly about other people, your connection to other people, helping other people. There's some sort of higher calling you're being called to here. And you have everything you need to manifest what you want. Now the last card you have in your blockages is forgiveness. Hurt blocks our inner light. So like I said, something from the past happened and it hurt. So let's clarify this. Tell me more about forgiveness for Sagittarius, please. Why is forgiveness here for Sagittarius? Yeah, you got a lot on your mind. Okay, well, that one, and that one. Okay, awesome. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords again. Now, again, this is a decision that needs to be made. I said you're trying to make some sort of a decision when I saw this card. You don't want to make a mistake. You're trying to hold yourself back. You're trying to rein yourself in. You're confused about what to do. You're not even sure if this is going to pan out or not. If you should cut your losses and move on, or if you should continue trying to do whatever this is you're trying to do. And you should, because all is possible, and there's a fresh new way of doing this that's about to emerge. You just got to open yourself to your spiritual source. You got to take the blindfold off here. This is a decision needing to be made, but it's not being made either because you don't have all the information you need to make this decision. There's something you can't see yet, hence the blindfold. Or there's something you just don't want to look at, like you're afraid to look at it, almost like you're in denial about it. I don't really feel that though. I feel like there's something you just can't see yet. You don't have the right perspective yet. And again, we got the crows seem to be a little theme here. Okay. There's something new that you're wanting to do, and you just haven't decided to do it yet. I'm almost getting the feeling like you feel like you can't do it. Like you can't see the possibility. Like, again, all is possible. The lantern here, you need to shine your light so you can see what's going on. There is a path emerging for you. This Page of Wands is it's like a news and messages of something that you're passionate about. This is like having that childlike enthusiasm, the ambition almost to take the first steps down a new path towards something you're passionate about. And you just haven't decided to do that. There's something blocking your inner light, some sort of pain, probably some sort of pain from your past. whatever this is that you're moving away from, whatever it is that's got you walled off, you have the strength to make it through it. Now, to clarify, this forgiveness hurt blocks our inner light. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Hermit. Told you got a lot going on. The Empress, and the Four of Wands. So this Ace of Cups. Now, in a love reading, this is like a new beginning in love and emotions. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be like a relationship type new beginning in love and emotions. A lot of times, this can represent self-love, like internal self-love. We saw the Nine of Cups before. That represents you get your love, your happiness all from inside yourself. So this is like a new opportunity for you to love yourself more. I could have swore I saw a card that was something similar to that. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. Look, this is like her heart. It's shining through her heart. Open yourself to your spiritual source. Look, that's exactly what she's doing through her heart center. Look, and look, the lady on this card, light from the heavens, light from the universe is shining down into her heart, into her heart. It's definitely what's going on. Look, this is coming up out of her heart. There is a connection to source inside of you, and I'm not sure you're aware of how strong it is. Go deep, explore your roots. Now, we've also got this Three of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value, to build something great. Now, the very first card in your blockages, accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Like, this is, looks like she's holding a gift of love. We've got the Lover's card here. We've got answering this higher calling related to other people. Other people, working together with people, building something of value. Something that's hurt you is blocking you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that needs to come to an end. The Ten of Swords. This is a swift ending to something. This sometimes is an ending you don't even see coming, but it's an ending. And look, normally in the standard Rider-Waite Tarot, this is a person laying face down in a pool of blood with 10 swords stuck in his back because somebody betrayed him. Someone snuck up on him and stabbed him in the back and he didn't see it coming. This card doesn't feel like that at all. This, look, it's bright and sunny and it's like the sun's coming up, and these crows that have been pecking at your face, the crows that we saw in that Eight of Swords where in your reflection, your hands are bound, you're tied up, you're blindfolded, and the crows are eating your face. Look, they're all flying away. That's over with. Now, next we have the Hermit. This is a card of isolation. This card of withdrawal. Being walled off and defensive. This is about going internal, doing some soul searching, some deep inner reflection, some contemplation. Shining your inner light down into your shadows like we're doing right now, looking at your blockages, figuring that stuff out so you can decide how to move forward from here. And look, when you do that, when you get out of this trap like you are, you move forward rapidly, fastest knight in the deck. Moving, we got two cards right here. The Magician is in the middle of them, but we have two cards of forward movement. Fastest knight in the deck, rapid decisive action, moving forward quickly, moving forward into calmer waters, manifesting what it is that you want. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's what this Hermit mode is for. It's to go inside and figure that stuff out so you can birth something new. I'm telling you, there is something that you're supposed to be doing with other people. You have some calling to do something. You've already made some sort of investment in it, and you're waiting on it to pan out. You're waiting on these seeds to grow so you can see if it's even possible or not. And it is possible. The Empress is the mother of the tarot deck. She's the gateway between the divine, between the spirit world and our physical reality. All new things are birthed through the Empress. So when something new comes into our physical reality, she's the passageway that makes it happen. And it's right here in your energy. And then we have the Four of Wands. This is about manifesting something into the physical 3D world. Like 2 cards in a row about that. Like the Three of Wands is like you've decided what you want and you're starting to take steps down that path, but you're waiting on it to show up. It hasn't manifested itself yet. Well, in the Four of Wands, that's exactly what's happened. It has manifested. That's why these people in the card are celebrating. They're celebrating that the thing that they wanted is actually here now. This is a card about stability, stability of your home life, stability of your family life, stability of the connections between you and the people that you care about, stability of your calling, stability of what it is that you're manifesting here. It's like, look, you're waiting on this to pan out, and it's going to pan out. It really, a fresh new way of living emerges for you. All is possible. Now, that's a look at your shadow stuff. It's a look at what's blocking you, what might be holding you back, what might be making you a little bit mentally wound up to where you can't be at peace like you should be. It's one thing to bring some awareness to that stuff. It's something else to do something about it. So let's get you some advice on that. This deck usually gets you some advice about where you need to place your focus. So maybe even some things that you need to be reminded about yourself so that you can help yourself get past some of these blockages. So what advice do we have for Sagittarius about these blockages and how to get past them so they can move forward in happiness and success? Let's get one more card for advice for Sagittarius. Where does their focus need to be? What do they need to be reminded about themselves? How can Sagittarius move forward past all these blockages in success and happiness? Okay, thank you. First card you have is Virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Look, opening to your spiritual source. This is about accountability and responsibility as a gift of love to yourself and others. You encourage others to grow. Look what he's doing. He's growing things. Yeah, birthing something into the world. Integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. The truth and honesty of your soul. You manifest love with every action. Look, you have the Empress here. This is all 4 queens rolled into one. You manifest love, opening it out of your heart, forgiveness. Look, it's coming from her heart. You have integrity. Look, integrity. She's a half lion and she's not eating the lamb, even though it would probably be incredibly tasty to her. She's integrity. Acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. You have a fresh new start emerging here. You got this wall that you need to let down. You lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. You're releasing control of something. Look, the devil would control you, and you're releasing that. Now, that's some things that you might have needed to be reminded about yourself. You have virtue, you have integrity, you have acceptance. All of this is about growth and manifesting and truth and honesty and lovingly embracing people. Get you some specific advice on some action steps you can take in order to move past all this stuff. What is the advice for Sagittarius about moving past these obstacles, anything that's weighing Sagittarius down, holding Sagittarius back? Advice for getting past the things that are messing with their, oh, we got them already, good deal. You got card number 21. Enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Card 39, back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you're working on. All could use some fine-tuning. And the last card for your advice, Sagittarius, number 28, seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. Already mentioned that. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about your life, then click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Sagittarius tarot readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.